out of here, go somewhere. Shake it off. Gotta make that move. Yeah. For somebody who appreciates all the love I give. Boy, I gotta shake it off. Gotta do what's best for me, baby, and that means I gotta shake it off. By the time you get this message, it's gonna be too late. So don't bother paging me, 'cause I'll be on my way. Say bye.
Shake your bum bum, 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 shake your bum bum. I'm a desperado underneath your window. I see your silhouette, maybe you're Julian. I feel a mad connection with your body. Shake your bum bum, shake your bum bum, shake your bum bum.
I see I'm too late. Got nothing in my brain. That's what people say. That's what people say. I go on too many dates, but I can't make them stay. At least that's what people say. That's what people say. But I keep cruising. Can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. And the haters gonna hate, 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 baby. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off.
That is every song that I could find with the word shake in it. I really like Casey and the Sunshine Band though. I think we need to go back to Casey. Casey was getting on dirty. Eh? Well then, give me... That's not what was going on. Because when the place started to shake, like everybody else, I said, because earlier today, the thunder was shaking my house. So earlier, each successive roll of thunder shake my house a little more. So when, because your boy was taking a little afternoon nap, because it's been a long day, week, month, year. So your boy was taking a little afternoon nap. I binge watching House. House is permitted to sleep. I enjoy falling asleep to House. So I was taking an afternoon nap, and the place, I woke up because it was shaking. And I thought that I woke up during the thunder because I remember noting that it was so strange that the thunder was shaking my house. And then the shaking continued, and it got a little more serious, and I realized, wait now, this is an earthquake. Something in the kitchen fell and broke. I said, this is a serious freaking earthquake. So I jumped off, I was lying on the couch, I jumped off the couch with such a speed that the rug in front of the couch slipped and I fall. Jump back up and I run and I grab my keys. And I have 3 keys on my keychain. And it's door, front lock, back lock. But all 3 freaking keys is the same. So it's when you're not in an earthquake, is chuck and turn, chuck and turn, chuck and turn till you find the right one. But when you're trying to chuck and turn and you can't get the key into the lock because you shaking and the gate shaking, and when you get the key and you're thinking, and your mind doing all kind of physics, maybe the earthquake is putting pressure on the gate, preventing the lock from moving. So maybe I should turn it harder. And then the sensible part of my brain said, bitch, before you break the key, take your time. So, and I finally get the lock to turn and I throw open the gate and I reach outside. The place is still shaking. By this time, all the rest of the neighbors come outside too. And your boy there in the tighty whities and a t-shirt, looking like cliche. I say, everybody safe, everybody okay? And I run back inside there. So I'm standing up in my doorway now because I really not dressed to be outside. And I know, and I heard a comedian say, and I agree with him, after an earthquake, you don't see, but people tell you stand up in a doorway. You ever see a devastation from an earthquake and see pile of rubble doorway, pile of rubble doorway? No, no doorway to be standing. And my mother didn't have no jackass children. So I stand up there with the door open and I need to move. And I'm hearing things falling, boy. And I'm hearing things breaking all around me. And I say, God, boy, this is how I go into there today. And they go find me in a drawers. I mean, so the good thing to come out of the whole earthquake thing is from now on, there will be, and if you come to my house and you open one of the kitchen cupboards and you find a nice long pants neatly folded up in there, don't ask no questions. That's my earthquake survival escape kit. But anyway, that freaking earthquake turn everybody into scientists, you know. You're Trinidadians, eh? Trinidadians become scientists and we understand everything of how things work and the depth and the length and the breadth and the distance. Man calculating tsunami and all kind of shit. And I still just trying to stop shaking. Because everybody know me. They have things I don't like. And one of them is freaking earthquakes. Earthquakes unpredictable. Earthquakes like Red Woman. And listen now, don't take this wrong, eh? But earthquakes and Red Woman, same freaking thing. Because you don't know what they're capable, how far they're prepared to go. An earthquake like today's earthquake, that just seemed like, you know, it like it say, we done friggin' here already, let me stay. Because that's how the earthquake was moving, it like it did. And I'm telling you all now, they say brace for aftershock. If anything start to shake, I gone. I'm telling all that because this is Mr. Earthquake today. And anytime Mr. Earthquake come, Mrs. Earthquake are far behind. And she usually was. So in case, I'm telling you all, I sleep in my car tonight. I ain't going through that shit with the gate. And you know, I do my science. I find the key for the front lock. And I put some grooves on it. I say, boy, even if it's dark, I find in this mother ass key. Today, whoa. If I was the Prime Minister today, I'd be on CNN tonight in the drawers. That's not fair. Earthquakes are unfair to you. You never know what to really do because all of the lessons that you heard, jump below a table, stand below a couch, they have this thing about the triangle of safety. That if you lie down between the bed and a wall, everything could collapse, but the wall and the bed will hold it and make a triangle of safety. And I'm measuring all the distances to run and my pants upstairs. And I'm thinking, I will look like Wile E. Coyote. I will reach upstairs and get my pants as the floor fall. And then I gotta fall. And I didn't want that to happen because I didn't want that either. It was a terrifying, traumatizing. And then people telling them brace for tsunami on top of all of freaking that. And let me tell you, I buy this thing, you know, I have a little caramel complexion, so plain white boy. I went up in the green market in Santa Cruz, and I buy this clay thing that you could put a whole head of garlic in and put it in the oven and bake it. So I said, well, right, one of these days, and I have it a while now, and it on the counter. You know that's what break. But I'm leaving it there for the adjusters. I claiming it in insurance because I paid insurance, and I claim it for my freaking garlic, whatever. Anything for long, don't touch it, the adjusters are to come. All them insurance adjusters tonight, the number you have reached is either switched off or out of the service area. Because them getting called. Them getting called for so. So listen now. A man sent me a picture of a fella who dived past his wife to secure the bar with the drinks and the alcohol. The wife could suffer, the alcohol and breaking. Anybody have any stressful stories about their earthquake experience today? You could feel free to call in and share 682-2110. I will take the calls. Tonight, video, because I had set it this morning. I had set this morning that tonight's video was going to be called Just Another Day. Just Another Day. The song I was going to play is Just Another Day in Paradise. David Rudder, not Phil Collins. And you know that song by Rudder, Another Day in Paradise? I wonder if I could find that for you. I wonder if I have this in iTunes. And then whole day, I'm trying to freaking back up my phone. And for some reason, my WhatsApp have 150 million gig of friggin', because I delete everything else. Again, a call. I know if this is somebody who calling to be live, or if it's somebody who calling to tell me their problems. Hello, good evening, you're live?
Hello, Philip?
Yes, hello.
Philip, the lesson in this is you need to sleep in a short pants.
Sleep in a long pants?
Well, that too, but that might be kind of uncomfortable, but you need to sleep in a short pants.
I will sleep standing up from today.
But, and the other thing, the other set of people that come out, except for the scientists, is the religious fanatics.
You mean the ones who say the crucifix fall off the cathedral?
No, the ones that tell you is God sent it to remind people to think that...
Is them rainbow people cause this? Oh my God, they had to find somebody to blame.
I see a set of fanatics come out and jump out the shell now and trying to scare people into believing in God. That is God do this and is God do
Somebody tell me.
the big explanation for the quake.
No, people really trying to find an excuse. Somebody thought at the beginning it was Marlene McDonald having a seizure.
Yeah, just now over here is Rowley cause it and Kamala cause it. That's how to reach down to that.
But seriously though, by you and think everything safe?
Everything by me, praise and thank God, is safe, no damage, no structural damage, no I'm surprised. I had to thank my contractor, although he did tell me to do certain things which will help with earthquake, and everything seemed to work fine and because this a magnitude earthquake. Now, what people in the country realize, the earthquake that we have in Trinidad, we need to thank the authorities and be grateful for what we have. Because this magnitude earthquake is the same magnitude that destroyed Haiti.
But you see, I want to tell you, if it had gone on for the next 2 minutes, it would have leveled Trinidad and Tobago. What?
I don't feel so.
No, I'm asking you. I'm not asking you. I want to tell you, this is real science. When you're finished and you come off the phone with me, go and Google something called liquefaction. And that is what happens to the earth, the actual soil that your house and your building built in, that it will settle. It can take about 8-10 minutes, and we had a very long earthquake. But telling you something, Haiti earthquake, when you see the videos or what went on in Indonesia, those earthquakes went on for a long time. And what happens was, anything over time, I mean, it's like, that's why people just get divorced. Pressure over time.
Pressure over time.
Pressure
but
over
did you see the video with the piece of land that falls into the ocean?
Exactly. I blame Rowley for that one. I sure he was down the island.
Yeah, and we still don't know if there's anybody hiking in that area or anything like that.
Oh gosh, that's serious talk here, but I doubt, because I mean, that's down the islands and that's just a edge of mountain. So they have to be, whoever was on that edge of mountain that for long at that precise time, is he or she God sent for?
Yes, definitely.
That is a lotto.
For you to be there at that time.
That is a reverse lotto.
Yes, you're right. Nobody can cry for you then.
No, you win.
If you did it.
God called you by your name, first time.
Yes, for real.
Thank you, my friend.
But thank God the Twin Towers survived it, and Tower D, I worked in Tower D for 3 years, and that was one of my biggest fears. Every time I was in Tower D, I would always imagine, Lord, I don't want to be in this building if an earthquake hits $1,500 to fix.
My God, you ain't joking now. That is real.
You know, if you ever only fixing something towing Tawadi, it is not a nice feeling.
Yeah, in any kind of building. I mean, I in a house and my gate and my key and my, but I tell you, I gonna say a 2 rosary tonight before I sleep.
Well, yes.
Yeah?
All right then.
Take care, my friend. Yeah, it's serious. It's serious. It's real serious. And like the person he was talking about on the islands, I remember Deepak Chopra had tell a story. He said a fella went up on his roof to fix his antenna. You all wouldn't know what antenna is. Some of the young people. Hyatt cracker here? Nah, Hyatt and crack. That's BP and Moko. But this fella had gone up on his roof. If you want to call in and have a shell thing, it's 682-2110. Feel free. This fella had gone up on his roof to fix his antenna. Before there was cable and internet, you used to have an antenna on your roof. And while he fixing his antenna to get a better signal, the antenna come in contact with the high tension wire, the electricity wire coming into the house. And it sent a burst of electricity through the antenna with just enough force to fibrillate his heart and stop it. Stop his heart cold. And he just tip over and fall right off his own roof and land flat on his back with the right amount of force to defibrillate his heart and start it back. And when he jumped up, somebody asked him what happened. He said, God called me. And then he changed his mind. I had a laugh. Long time I tell all you, think to cry, I prefer to laugh. Because
जब से तेरे नैना मेरे नैनों से
want to share the video now, man? We are starting to talk here. Are you gonna share it now? Share it, everybody.
मेरे नैनों से लागे जब सीने ना इंच भी है ना no she gonna wine ना जब सीने ना इंच भी है ना no she gonna wine ना no the woman start to fall but she can shake she weighs a dollar जब सीने ना इंच भी है ना no she gonna wine ना
Share it up, share it up, share it up. She's good, and the jump stick, she's so high.
Right till she big, just singing now, and she be now she gonna wine now. Now you must start to fall, don't you don't hold on any
Now you
close.
have to me.
The big with the Mona tell Karma, Karma tell the Bima. Just to the Mona, then I know say, lagi re. Naina let me rock it for you, hit my go kiss it for you.
I go give you massage right on your baby. Let me tell you, they gotta come real good to be that chutney, you know. That chutney day, Jep Sting Nina.
Just sing Naina, and she be now she gonna wine now.
Call out the suspects on them. Call them out.
Now she bring gasoline for me, say on top of this take for me.
I want to hear the part of 2 parties. Have some respect for yourself, Philip. This is a religious country. Anyway, I don't make a little joke tonight and thing because I need you all to calm down. I know everybody. I reached by my mother. Well, if all you know my mother at all, and she will get vexed, she will get vexed because as I tell people anything about my mother and my father, all you just go and tell them, and they just get vexed. I reached by my mother and they're under the table. They're under the table. And my father can't walk fast anymore, but I know she scramble him and drag him. Outside, the gate locked. She can't come out there under the table. I said, come on, open the gate, the earthquake done. And my mother, I telling you, them two, them still panicking. They still, somebody tell me, anyway, leave them there with the thing, Or let's share the video so other people will know that we're here and they can come and chat and they can come and line. Now, there are other things that I wanted to touch on. And we could either talk stupidness for the whole video and keep all your calm and keep all your cool, or we could touch on some stuff. So y'all tell me now in the thread, because I'm looking to see if all you want us to talk some serious stuff, or we could just continue talking a crocus bag of ass tonight, and it'll be cool. And I love all of you who checked up on me. It made me feel cuddly and loved. It made me feel cared about. I really appreciated it. I really, really did. And yeah, so thank you for that. I use plenty foreign music, so there was a good chance. Facebook frowns on that. Oh yes, I now remember the drama with this freaking song. Anything. I'm telling you, people, we as Trinidad and Tobago, we really are a blessed nation. We can't lie. I think that was God really saying, hey, somebody say no water in Piarco. Suzanne Karan. Suzanne Gill, that is 56 years and $3 trillion of PNM and UNC. I want to tell all the people ask me why we would risk voting for you. You could vote for 2 goat and a Jack Spaniel, and they will do a better job than the PNM and the UNC. There was a time, Trinidad, there was a time when it was 1818, when the seats in the parliament was 36. That's why we changed it to 41. There was a time when the parliament was 1818, and for 4 days we had no government. And that was the best Trinidad ever run. PNM and UNC is like dirty toilet and dirty toilet brush. Neither one better than the other. Don't let them fool you, and don't let their sycophants and their followers fool you. Plain talk. I had to deal with a guy today who thinks that this politics was always going to be a flick a switch and we fix it. Don't fix so. This place broken. All you're talking about the cocaine they find in Vietnam? No, we don't care. We do business. They find cocaine from Trinidad, in Vietnam, in Spain, in Virginia, in California. It kill a man in England. We do business. Somebody open a PAD and drink pure cocaine, heart bust in the chest. We do business. We don't care. This land is a paradise. All we had to take and jump in that. We have all the answers. We know everything. Everybody mother ass. Everybody father's a thief. Everybody father's a drunk, jumping fence, thieving neighbor foul cock. All that shit is what passes for political conversation in Trinidad and Tobago. I have a jackass uncle, George Alexander. He's my father brother. My father is one of 9. You could ask the entire Syrian community of Trinidad and Tobago if they have one Syrian who is an asshole. George Alexander is that. My cousin Elizabeth Akwi, when she was getting married to Riaz Bash, he went in the wedding and mashed up the DJ system and threw down the bar. He's a nasty, nasty fella and in the old age. He made jail, all kind of thing, went up in the States and tried to burn down store for money like they used to do in Trinidad. And he went up there and made jail. He's a jackass of class. Find himself back in Trinidad. I just avoid he, like the freaking plague. And all around Facebook, endorsing Philip Alexander. I, his Uncle George, say so. I never talked to the son of a bitch since. Because I know a dirty, dirty man. But when they come to ask for their favors, because you know so-and-so, and Philip, and you and so-and-so good, and you and so-and-so tight, link me up with so-and-so now. And I said, that is not what I am in politics for. But you're a son of a bitch, I say, uncle. No, friend. Do your own business. That is not what I'm in politics for. The same jackass all around Facebook bad talking me. And people asking me what to do about this stunting jackass, George Alexander. I have given him leeway. I told my father on 2 occasions, his sister, Mary Pereira, I told my father to tell his sister, who is like the kind of the patriarch of the family since Baba and Mama dead, to talk to your jackass brother. Because at some point, I will unleash the hounds. The PEP members want to rip him a new one. I said, chill now. Because I expected him to get bored and go away. He's getting bored. So when all they're asking me, his last name is Alexander. But he and I ain't no relatives. Tell all you, my father married outside of the Syrian community at a time when to marry outside of the Syrian community was to be marked as an outcast. We didn't grow up like Syria. I think the reason I know as much as I know about everything is because I am part of everything, belong to nothing. I have been too white to be black, too black to be white. The Indian want to claim me, and I can't go near the Syrian because, and that's our reality. That was my reality. So I just say it. If you see a jackass with the same last name as me, I don't claim him, and I have no interest. But it brings me to this. A lot of these people who join the PEP or come around me start off with no following. And then they come and they get a little rub up and they share some of my posts, have public conversations with me, gal name, gal reputation, and then jump out themselves. They have one we call her the selfie queen. Every morning going to work, she taking a picture herself. That is all she getting likes for. She used to copy and paste all of my statuses and all of our policies, and she used to get little 30-40 conversation. Now, she have to rely on what bouncing around inside her head, keeping her ears from fighting. And people are looking to her to say, but wait a minute, you used to share some intelligence before. What is this? What is this? This is Gucci-nomics. Selfie queen. Take your posts, take your likes, take your shares. But come now, seriously. Only again responded with a smiley face because I can't talk to you all while I'm talking to the people. And I want you to hear me say this. I had to say once to somebody, don't be an asshole to me. Because then I will have to be an asshole to you. And I am very good at being an asshole. And I've been playing. when I decided to stand up for Trinidad and Tobago, it wasn't to link up and make friends. Trinidad is a broken nation. It didn't break by accident. Somebody sit down with somebody and plot and plan how to break it. How to make all the public office and law enforcement and justice system fail. How to do it so that you could pass all the cocaine and all the dirty money and do all the bad business you want to do free. So you cannot, hear me again, you cannot fix Trinidad and Tobago by being friends with the people who break in Trinidad and Tobago. Now they have a fella from Tobago, Villanueva. He does be pep today and not pep tomorrow. And they have a fake profile called Gabriel Dante. Whoever is behind that profile, I don't deal up with him. But one of our members, Christian De Leon, keeps getting into confrontation with these people because he's talking about the 1%. And they're asking him, if you have evidence, take it to the police. So they are saying, in effect, that in Trinidad and Tobago, wrongdoing could be done until the citizens go out and play police, find evidence and take it to the police. A partner called me today to give me information about an active police investigation and stuff that come in the public space, and I tell him, I want to tell you two things. One, every organization that have a recording or a listening device, tap in my phone. And two, police business is not my business. Let them handle their stories. If they're not, we'll put it on blast. But if they investigate, let them investigate. And let them handle their stories. You see, it can't be that we're going to friends up with the same people who damaging the country and thinking that is fixing it. Others have tried that. Many of these politicians that are tainted, damaged, broken goods now started off, I am certain, with good intentions. What I tell you, listen to me carefully. I know you don't like when I talk display, but I'm telling you, you see in Hyatt, there are a set of girls that come up in Hyatt that want to hand you the drawers, you know. Once you look like you have any kind of post, them fellas, they're not bright, you know. That's why all their marriages is end. You get a little post, and all of a sudden, women that wouldn't look at you before gain you all kind of thing. Because they want one thing in return. Your call. And for people who never had that kind of attention from girls before, it could be heady wine. And then you're sitting down in your office and you're doing your ministry work. They teach you how to be a minister. So you're there as a minister. They drop you in the Prado this morning, you're in the minister office. You is the minister. The secretary, when you're walking in, say, good morning, Mr. Minister. So you're feeling nice, you're liking yourself. Your first visitor coming is a high society person. You see them on TV, you see, because you ain't know these people. You is a no area, they snatch you, bring you, get some votes, you're a minister. You have no real authority, but these people come to talk to you. High society. You're feeling like, Jesus Christ, I'm rich. I am somebody. Because you're nobody till somebody loves you. And these people barely love me. They come to see the minister. And I is the minister. So they sit down with you and they tell you, listen, you know, that property day, or we have a property day, or, you know, they have a business day, or, you know, they have a system day. Or you know, we is road pavers extraordinary. So if you hire we to pave all them road, and when you do your tenders bullshit, just make sure we get a peek at the best tender, so we go best it. And make sure we get fixed up, and bro, we fixing you. Your children going to school anywhere in the world. You have no children, we will buy children for you. You don't worry, no man. You is minister. We will handle it from there. And that is heady wine. Heady wine, you're going home to the wife with $143,000 cash. Babes, look. Because she cussing you yesterday, Flo cut you, and court's looking for you. All of a sudden, your hand she $143,000 cash. Where you get that from? Boy, that's all I could have hold if you see how much they bring. And that is politics in Trinidad and Tobago. Because you see, if you never had money, or you never dealt with people before, or you never had the attention of women, all of this, There's get twist and tie up. Easy money, fast cat, and, well, if he's a girl, the other side. And I'm not joking, and I want you to understand, because it's as simple as this. So Charlie, who is the minister, went to school with Harry, who is, let me say, a lawyer. Call Harry. Harry, boy, hear this deal, boy. Harry say, hang up the phone and come in. Because our airport man say, when you thiefing money, thief legal fees. So if they come to hold you, you could pay. Now I ask a question again to all my partners, to those who just find overnight integrity. Philip, you're talking too abrasive. Well, you come and talk nice. You take selfies and talk nice. Read Enid Blyton for them. They want that. 56 years, $3 trillion gone. You think nobody ain't tried to talk nice to them before? You ain't hear these fellas go away and spend a semester in London and come back talking like they born there? Listen to Fitzgerald Hines. He never went nowhere. He get cable. He hear foreign people talk and he get like them. I used to date a girl that went Barbados for a week and come back with an American accent. We's Chinese, it's called, we freshwater Yankee. I know what it's called, living here, plain British. But when Fitzy was running, he wasn't running with an English lilt. He was running like a Chinese. Every single evening. I watch Barack Obama. Some of you Obamaites are going to get pissed at what I am about to say, because you've bought into the Kool-Aid and drank thinking that Barack Obama was a great leader. Barack Obama was not a great leader. I remember thinking Barack Obama was an incredible bullshit artist. He had the ability to agree with opposing sides on opposing issues without people noticing. That's a gift. It takes a level of sophistry, of high-functioning sociopathy to be able to agree with both advocates of abortion and right to life in one school at the same time and walk away from there with an honorary doctorate. That is a gift. But you see, like right now, the people who just make 007 saw that Marvel made a movie, a superhero movie, and they suffer black people so much for heroes and role models that Marvel make a movie that border on a kind of civil rights kind of theme, and it ain't stopped selling yet. That Black Panther is the highest grossing movie of all time. Simply because black people, and well, everybody else, a good show, but black people went out in their droves to see it. And the people in charge of James Bond stoking a little fire with this fella Idris Elba. He should be in the next 007. And I can't believe people are saying he's too black. All that bullshit conversation is to drive interest. So when they say Idris Elba is 007, sell off, fool we, twist we, send we down the freaking road. It can't be so easy for us to abandon common sense and reason. But we do. We do. My whole news feed is Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra. And people know who born when and what she do and how he do. And I'm thinking to myself, your ass dragging, your country on fire, the nation sinking, and Priyanka and Jonas is who you have to study. It's like those with Trump. You in Trinidad, but you know Trump business, but you ain't no Rowley and Kamala business. And you ain't know it in a way you're supposed to know. You know memes and you know bacchanal, you know shit talk, you know ass talk, you know jackassery. But you don't know the real stuff and you don't care to know. You don't, just another day was supposed to be, before the shake-up, was supposed to be the name of tonight's video. Just another day of no water in your tap. Just another day of trying to find the water truck driver number. Just another day of sweet talking the water truck man to get you on the run. Because he's saying, we ain't coming in your area for the next 2 days. And you're saying, bro, I can handle you. Come now, take a 2 blues. Just another day of your children dressed to go to school to do dick all, shit all day, and come back home more knowledgeable of all the wrong things and not educated. Just another day of that. Just another day of patients lying in the hospital moaning with nurses and doctors who want to attend to them, but there's nothing there. The $5 billion that we spent this year was already stolen by the 1%. Somebody said, don't bad talk the 1%, but you tell me, Villanueva and Dante, you tell me, who do I ask, where is this country's $3 trillion that was spent over 56 years? We have people in this country that are wealthy beyond lifetimes, that start off selling cloth and ginger beer and milk, and they can't answer what secret they find, because Bill Gates had to reinvent computing to get that kind of money. Yeah. It's just another day in paradise. Plain talk. This is just another day of going to line up in the bank to see if your money's still there. Because the bank pilfering your money in your account, instead of paying you interest on your money, the bank is depleting your balance through management fees on your account. So you could put money in a bank account. Christine Osain, I see you had made a comment on the thread today. You're too far from Trinidad, all the way in Great Britain, to understand what really going on here. So when you want to be educated, message me privately, I'll teach you. So you stop talking foolishness. Because you don't know. Our 1% here is not the same as the 1% in the world. Don't get me wrong. The 1% in the world are equally rapacious. They are the barbarians that have reduced the world. Listen, man. We've spent enough money last week alone, globally, on arms and ammunition. Last week alone, to end world poverty for good. And we spent it last week alone. We've become slaves to a machine, and you don't want to hear it because it's too much truth and we too lazy to say you mean. Besides all my rage, despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. That's the world politics, because the global people have decided. Sofia Figueroa Leon told me that there is a reason Venezuela collapsed. And I know, and I agree. But it still doesn't make sense that 5,000 people could subjugate 50 million. It doesn't make sense. 50 million people do not get subjugated by 5,000, but we're full of fear. And we're too easily divided. Plain talk, bad manners. So, always turn on the video, see me, like me, fall in love with me. Come and say, it's like the story of the fella who was selling fish. And the 4 boats come in, and he sit down there in his slippers, and the short pants, and the hat. And all the fish come, and all the people come, and buy out all the fish. And this PhD man tell him, boy, if I get involved with you, you know how much fish you could sell? We could double that, and double it again, and double it, until you have 80 boats, and we're all over the world, and you're selling fish everywhere. He said, why are you doing that for? So you can do anything you want. He said, what I want is to sit down here and me push toe slippers, me short pants, and my hat. You can do that, but I'm doing it now. Plenty of all see me fall in love with the dimples and the caramel latte complexion. And just want to come and join the PEP and tell me, Philco, you're doing it right, but we could do it righter. Let me make you Obama. I keep getting this Obama bullshit. Obama in Trinidad would have kicked down thing. Gandhi in Trinidad would have taken his loincloth and his bag of salt and say, but to ass with all you. Martin Luther King Jr. wouldn't have a dream in Trinidad. Yeah, he'd have a nightmare. In Trinidad, Rosa Parks would have get dragged off the maxi and kicked down Independence Square. This is Trinidad and Tobago. So when you're sitting down halfway around the world, or you're here, but your blinders on, you want to tell me how to fix it, but you don't know what's going on. You don't understand. People complain to me in the bank line, Mr. Philip, How is it possible that we can't get foreign exchange, can't get a 200 US to travel, but then 1%ers getting it by the million? They just want to say, well, they exporting. But what they exporting so? Because the rest of we exporting the gas and oil. So whoever them exporting for the US, give me a piece of that. Give me a piece of that. But we forget, B-Mobile take a couple $100 million and buy a flip-flop shit company called Massey Communication that had nothing. We had no time to study that because Galleon's Passage. But a man tell me today it must be able to make it from Trinidad and Tobago. It make it here all the way from China. It didn't make it here all the way from China. It nearly sank twice. It mash up. It mash up and it down in Chagaramas right now like scar tissue. They're afraid. They're afraid to talk about it. The Galleon's Passage. But why talk about the Galleon's Passage when you talk about Maxi Coffee? Because the Prime Minister thieved $3 million to give Maxi Coffee. The Prime Minister thieved it. $3 million because Maxi Coffee is not entitled to that money. By no stretch of the imagination. Did the Prime Minister make a gift of public funds? How is it his to give? We don't business. We don't care. Because we get to pontificate from on high. And we've been doing that bullshit forever. I said to you all last night, Westmorans know they're up to the neck in shit, you know. But they shit better than St. James shit. St. James shit better than Mokorapo shit. Mokorapo shit better than Beetham shit. And as long as you're in a higher shit, a higher grade of shit, you could pretend things are right. But things not right. Because we're spending $60,000 million again this year with nothing to show for it. And if today's earthquake was serious, we're in trouble. Because by the time that earthquake was over, I was looking to see where were the notifications and the communications coming from. Nowhere. We do not have a government. They play one on TV. They pretend one for jiggly giggly and for zero. But it's not a real government. Faris and Stuart Young and Rowley and the rest of the band are jokers like Kamala and Rodal and Rambachan. They all just marking space, reading paper. You ever watch them in the parliament, Mr. Speaker? And they'll be doing this with the paper, running their hand on the paper. Before they come in the parliament, they get a paper. That is your contribution. It is an MP. But we too lazy. So we don't know that from the moment an earthquake of that magnitude happened, local government was to be mobilized. The ODPM was supposed to be mobilized. The Ministry of Communication was to let the nation know that we have been in touch with both ODPM and local government and help is on the way. Go, if you have a problem, stand by. Help will be to you. Fire service, we've been in touch with the chief fire service officer. All fire service officers have been brought back to station. We are on high alert and we are here to rescue and serve you. The police are out and about, especially in communities that have no electricity right now, and the TNTech crews are there fixing it. But we got none of that because it's not a real country and we know business. And as long as we know business, them don't have a business. And that's the conundrum of life in Trinidad and Tobago. So I could come here tonight and Obama the shit out of the conversation for you, and as pretty and as caramel latte and dimply as I could be, and we would have accomplished nothing, and I would have wasted an hour of your life. Is that what you think we're supposed to be doing? Evidence. I wrote every regional corporation in Trinidad and Tobago. I called Kiss Baking Company live and I asked, do you all have permission to sell on the side of the roads? They admitted no. I wrote every regional corporation and asked, did you give Kiss Baking Company permission to sell as either Kiss or Qualos? Some of them ignored me. I went and redid it as a Freedom of Information request because that is a law, and I sent it. More than 50% have responded to date that they have not given any permission. There is no easement, there is no license. And every single person in authority in this country, from the president and the prime minister come down, have seen every single one of those documents. And to date, nothing has been done. So when you're talking about bring the freaking evidence, kiss my half-red ass with that bullshit. In 2017, the whole world economy is growing again. But from 2016 to 2018, we were given a fake recession by a fake Minister of Finance in a fake government. And none of us, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have stood up and spoken out about this, that money was being stolen from the Treasury under the guise of making allowances for a recession. None of it was real. We have no real accounting. Up to this day, we don't know where the money from our pitch lake goes, who owns it, who is benefiting from it, how much pitch we sell every year. Nobody knows. We do not have that information. The THA was given $4 billion for the last 12 years and cannot account for any of it. $48 billion. While we're talking regional corporations have people getting arrested left, right, and center. Diego Martin Regional Corporation in trouble. Diego Martin Regional Corporation is about to collapse. They can't even find money to pay their workers because they thief out all the money. In Trinidad and Tobago, there is nobody to say, Mr. Prime Minister, on whose authority did you take the $3 million to give to Maxi Coffee? This is not a real country. We just play one on TV. I just marked myself safe. Facebook has given Trinidadians the ability to mark ourselves safe. I'm writing, I'm safe. And I've been asking Facebook for the longest while to give us an I'm safe post for every single day that we survive in Trinidad and Tobago, because this is a broken country. 5,000 people have been murdered in the last 10 years with 30,000 illegal guns that the Prime Minister said 2 years ago that he knows is here. That your ex-Minister of National Security told us 57 women were trafficked. He didn't tell us how he knew where they went and what their names were. And the copy and paste media, they didn't have to ask. Miss all of us with the bullshit. Because I want to tell you something. You have every right to tell me that you want me to be plenty better. I agree with you. I want to sit here and say good evening, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another day in paradise. But I can't, because it would be a lie. It wouldn't be the truth. I have one job. I seem to be the only voice that is interested in bringing the truth to Trinidad and Tobago. But nobody is standing up and saying, you know what? I come in outside with my pot and my spoon. I come in to make noise. I come in to ring an alarm bell. This is my country. I am a stakeholder. I am a shareholder. I am an inheritor of the third wealthiest nation in the Western Hemisphere. And I catch in my ass. And we can't afford food. And we can't buy a house. And it's traffic and pressure. You know most people in this country grow up in the backseat of cars going to school and back home? We have no plan, no idea, no vision, no policy. This country is sailing like a ship without a captain. We have no clue where the country trying to go. Nobody, all of those talking heads who want to talk out of the bottom can't tell me what it means to be a Trinbagonian. We have no idea what this country's mission is. We have no idea. We can't say this is where we're trying to go the next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. This is what we want. This is the vision for the people. Nothing. Yet you keep voting jackass after jackass into office, enriching them, their friends and their family, while you sitting home, sucking salt, living in squalor, hoping that your family make it through the night. That make any sense? Will protect our country's fate. Use it well before it's too late.
If it is that who you're voting, maybe or not out. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the proven to be your equal amount. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is the time is now that change must come about. Just as when the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago in 2003. Register and government in Trinidad and Tobago appeared the minister and told him that there was bid rigging taking place in Udicott. What the Commission on Inquiry is looking at is 10 times worse than what's happening in Biako Airport. And it's even more brazen. The PLM is on trial.
It's easy to share. Somebody sent a video. Watch this. 134,000 views. It's my video they sent to me. It's my video. It's easy to copy. It's easy to thief. It's easy to copy and paste. It's easy to share. It's even easy to write high-sounding platitudes. To sit back and rock back and feel like I've done something for the day. I have thrown pearls before the swines. So they must respect me. They'll come to me and sing praises to my name. But it doesn't work that way. We have a nation browbeaten into almost inhumanity. This nation is broken deliberately from top to bottom. There are 700,000 people in this country living below the poverty line, that living from handout to handout, that the government of the day has on a leash, that without a OJT and a CPEP and a URP, they're dead. You cannot live a country, you cannot have a country like that. We have ridiculously high rates of adult illiteracy and functional illiteracy. We have a large cross-section of our people unemployable, unhireable. When they land in foreign countries, all they could do is go and wash freaking wares and flip burger. But in a nation with hope and opportunity, they just find their ass in night class and they just get the GED. And next thing you know, there's a nursing assistant and a nursing practitioner and they're going up and up and up and up. Why can't we make life so simple in Trinidad and Tobago that all people can maximize their potential here too? Why it is they have to go away? We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to stop bullshitting each other. Stop shaming and blaming. Stop going away for 2 weeks and coming back with a Yankee accent. Here's a Trini, stand up for your country. Demand better. Every Saturday at noon, when I would like to be out shopping and eating and having fun with my friends and family, I am in Stanmore Avenue. Taking, debating, talking, fighting, asking, creating, making, building. This is what we do. An entire team, an entire organization set up to say, look, you have a choice. You don't think you have a choice? Listen to what we say and then go and ask them what they say. I have never held public office, but it is I who designed and got you a bypass in Diego Martin that solved the Diego Martin traffic. We have written and we have instructed law. We've instructed, we've assisted with the drafting of law, and we've stood up and solved problems for the homeless, the disabled, the orphans. It is the Jericho Project that every single year for the past 15 years has get all the orphans in the country together and give them a Christmas. All. That's the reality in this country. Those people who never had nothing. It is we who organized 25,000 people on the road in the Akil Chambers Justice for Children March. I hear they want to open back the Akil Chambers case now. I hope it's not too late. I hope all the perpetrators have gone on to their final reward and it is ignoble. It is us pretending to do something right long after wrong was done. We need to wake up. Every Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. If you're not there, you better be somewhere else, because if you're not helping to rescue your country, when it fails, you have nobody to blame but yourself.
If for 30 years you voted them in, and there's only tears as soon as they win, they give you big words
And enslave your soul, promising your roads.
and giving bubbles. If they are the reason why the economy goes sprout, when you're voting, vote them out.
All 41.
If it is the passing laws that
Them alone can flout. When you're voting,
vote them out.
vote them out.
If it is the building
eyesores, east, west, north, and south. Just as how you vote them in, vote them out.
register and vote them out. Totally vote them out. State no finger and vote them out. Rescue the country, vote them out. Vote them out with tempo. They have been paid. Let's put our country together again. Vote them out with calypso and joyous refrain.
One people under one flag.
Together again.
It is time to march. March in joyous refrain. What mobilized the black power movement, the black community, the black civil rights movement in the United States is when Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. It is time we say that on an election day when the PNM and the UNC are voted into history. It is time for a better country. And if it is not you, who?
If your policy is a fallacy, democracy and catastrophe, if they cannot vote and you see it so,
Then your only hope is for them to go. All 41.
if it is fabrication, these statements that they spout,
When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it's you who vote them in, and we will bring them to justice. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. Vote them out. Listen to this verse. People must come first, citizens by right. None of we are worse, yellow, black or white. Food, shelter and clothes, free movement and speech. A garden that grows, and one law for each.
If it is that injustice is what they always show when you're voting for them all.
If it is that avarice is all they seem to know,
When you're voting for
vote them out, vote them out. If it is their politics, it's just a puppy show. When election day come,
all bandits must go.
all 41,
Register
and their friend and family, and their finances, all 41.
show them no mercy. Vote them out with total scorn and utter disdain.
Let's vote our country,
Together again.
vote them out of power, terminate their reign.
Let's vote our country together again.
If the nation cannot call its government to order, if the nation cannot call its parliament to order, if the nation cannot call its elected leadership to order, we are a failed nation. This is not a democracy, and we are 1.4 million jokers who deserve what we get. The reality is, political revival starts with opening your mind and facing reality. You can't be, no matter how sycophant you are, you can't be so foolish as to not see the condition of this country. You can't be so stupid as to get caught up in the PNM UNC blame game. All of them driving Rolls Royce and Range Rover and Mercedes Benz, playing a game with you, twisting your mind and turning you upside down. And you accept that foolishness when not one of them has been brought to justice. How could that be anything like sense? Listen, I know it is a sacrifice to give up your Saturday. I know it is damn inconvenient. I know that there are things that you would rather do with your friends and your family and yourself. I know. But our country is on fire. Our nation is failing. Camelot is sinking. Rome is burning. The Titanic has the iceberg dead in its sights, and we bearing down on it. Trinidad and Tobago, you have been warned and warned and warned and warned and warned and repeatedly warned. That song that I just played for you, Vote Them Out, that song so correct, and now is 30 years old. We need a better country, and we are not going to get a better country relying on the people who control the PNM and the UNC to decide to share the bounty of Trinidad's treasury with us. We've been robbed, taken advantage of, made victims in our own land, and we have allowed that to happen. It is time, it is well past time that we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, stood up and demanded better. And the only way that will happen is if we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, stand up and demand better. It is time to come together, one people under one flag. 347-4PEP is our hotline. peptrinbago@gmail.com is our email hotline. peptt.com is our website. We have an app, PEP APP. 2 words, it's free. Download it. It's yours. We meet every Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. If you want to come on board and join the team and bring your service and assist to rescue our country, we start the meeting at 10 o'clock. That's when we get there. The reality of our country, its condition, is as a direct result of us. Isn't it time we did better? If you want a better Trinidad and Tobago, join us this Saturday at noon, 19 Stanmore Avenue. Bring everybody. Let me start the conversation.
Tell me what they're fighting for, what they're killing for. We don't need no more of that. Tell them wicked people, fire go burn them, fire go burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go burn them, fire go burn them. Still born when mother gone, another one just gone. By a beach, just and smile, say he's a madman. Another young boy fall. Your soldier rest at night. Oh, he's a bad man. Bad man is a man who will treat a woman and protect the young ones by any means, Lord. You ain't no bad man, boy, nah. You ain't no bad man. Every bad man that makes his own decisions. You don't need anyone. He only needs God. You ain't no bad man, boy, nah. You ain't no bad man. So, sit down, rock back. Tell them I don't need no strap to defend my people. I'm wicked and evil. So, sit down, rock back. Big man look for a walk. You're too damn evil. If they distress my people, then fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Oh Lord, I said this is the year for love. Fire go burn them. Fire go burn them. Still born when mother gone. Tell me what they're fighting for, what they're killing for. We don't need no more of it, don't need. So tell me what they're fighting for, what they're killing for. We don't need no more of. I said we don't want no more of. Every bad man go go and raping woman, influencing young ones to kill a boy now. You ain't no bad man, boy now. You ain't no bad man. Every bad man.
Joke and fun aside, it is time that we give everybody, even the bad men and them, an opportunity to choose a better life. We've broken this nation. Isn't it time we tried something different? They say the definition of insanity is making the same mistakes and expecting different results. Where we going, Trinidad and Tobago? Really and truly, where we going? Where we going? You want a better country? Let us stand together and do it. More than ever, I want this, my closing line that I say every night, to resonate. My number is 682-2110. If for any reason, any natural disaster or anything occurs and you cannot get assistance, message me and I will do whatever I could to make sure that you do get some sort of assistance. We need a better country. We need a better Trinidad and Tobago. Fighting each other instead of fighting together is foolishness in the extreme. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.